No, because I think Pat's running a program where he has systems that he believes in, and he's going to hire coordinators to come in and run those systems. So although it's a different guy doing it, he went out and hired a guy with a similar philosophy as his. Obviously, there's some tweaks, but when you watch the first two, maybe the first three drives against Youngstown, it looks like the same stuff that they ran last year. Trades, shifts, motions, unbalanced, fly sweep, fake fly sweep, inside zone, power, split zone, those types of things. So, I think it's very similar. It's very similar.
But I was just curious, did you feel that last year you guys were ready for what they were going to bring emotionally, or was it more of a matter of physical execution at the beginning of the game before you guys began the comeback?
Yeah, I think it was early in the season. We still hadn't kind of gotten our identity. It was a hostile environment, and I think they were a talented team. I mean, you look at their roster, you look at their team last year, very talented. They were obviously able to get a win against the national championship team as well. And yet you look at how many guys they end up having get drafted or making NFL teams. They were a talented team and they played well. Got to give them all the credit in the world. From a media perspective, I think you guys know, once again, we're not going to change our approach week in and week out. I'm not going to talk about one game differently than another. I'm not going to exclude the media. Whoever comes to the press conference, will get to interact with me and the players. Whoever comes to practice will get a chance to interact with whoever we have assigned to interact with the media that day. I know you guys always want more access. I think we've probably provided more access than Penn State's ever provided. Although I don't know if that's always appreciated, to be honest with you. But it's going to be consistent. And I think that's what most people ask for in life, is they want consistency in behaviors. And that's what we're going to do. We're probably not always going to make every single one of you guys happy with all your requests and all your wants and all your needs. But you know what you're going to get with us week in and week out. Now that's how we choose to run our organization. They run his organization however he sees fit. Some programs, I've been a part of them, they have a one-voice policy all the time where you never hear from anybody but the head coach. I think that's how the Patriots do it. It's a one-voice deal. You never talk to the assistant. So everybody kind of has their ability to run their organization, their program, the way they see best. But just with us, it's not going to change week to week. And then back to your point about all the outside noise and all the distraction, no, because once again, that's why we have the approach that we have. Our approach is consistent. Each week, the game we're playing is the most important game that we have. I guess what I don't understand is, are we supposed to prepare harder this week than we did last week? I mean, if we didn't play well, and I said, well, yeah, we didn't prepare as hard this week, because we got this game next week, that's a big game. I don't get it. It never makes sense to me, and people get frustrated with it and all that kind of stuff. But we're going to control the things that we can control, and the thing that we can control is today, not tomorrow, not yesterday. We can control today. So I want our players, I want our coaches to do everything they possibly can from the time the alarm goes off to the time they go to sleep, and be comfortable at night laying your head on the pillow because you know you did everything you possibly could to maximize that day. When it comes to school, when it comes to preparing for this opponent, and the more days we put together like that, the Saturdays will take care of themselves, the exams will take care of themselves, and that's how I want our guys to operate in this program, but that's also how I want our guys, I hope, to operate in life. Take the game of football and learn these tremendous life habits that are going to allow them to go on and be successful in their futures. So, yeah, I think you focus on the things that you can control. Outside noise is not one of them. Expectations are not one of them. Cheers or boos are not one of them. Focus on the things that we can control. So that's why we don't change our approach. That's why I don't provide access to the media one week and not the next, because our players know what to expect. Our media knows what to expect. Our fans know what to expect. I know what to expect. I wake up in the morning, I know exactly what I got for the day. And I think there's comfort in that. And I think there's confidence in that when you have a routine. My dad was in the Air Force, and one of the things and things that I've read when it comes to the military is you have a SOP, a standard operating procedure. That allows you to be organized, that allows you to not miss things because you follow your routine. There's also another military thing that says that you don't raise to the level of your competition, or you don't raise to the level of the challenge. You actually fall back to your training. And that's what I want our guys to do, is when times get tough, they don't need to think about what they do. They just fall back to their training. This is what we do. This is how we operate day in and day out. And it's not about the opponent. It's about our standard at Penn State. Our standard, not the opponent. So it's something I believe very, very strongly in, as you can probably tell.